So if I come to the question of criteria, I think there are several things to take into account. First, does the system that you are using allow the teachers to teach in the way they want to teach? In other words, let me give you an example. If they want to do laboratory experiments, does the learning management system enable them to show experiments remotely and allow students to do experiments? The answer to that question is probably no. So it depends on how the teacher wants to teach, whether it's useful to them. Now, they may want to teach the theory, and they can use the learning management system for that. So the first criterion is, one question you have to ask is, how do your teachers want to teach? And the danger is that you take a learning management system like Blackboard, and the professors do nothing but add their PowerPoint slides and so on to Blackboard, or their PDF files. And that's not a very good course design. So again, it comes back to how the professors want to teach, and whether a learning management system is the best way for them to do that online. So for instance, they may prefer to use a tool like Illuminate or Blackboard Collaborate because it fits their lecturing style better. So let me stop at that point and see if there's some questions about that. Let me ask you, are your teachers happy with using Blackboard at the moment? Okay, so if the teachers are happy, the second criterion then will be cost. Can you afford to pay the license fees? Are they too expensive, or would you rather have a cheaper method? Well, this is a more difficult question, because if you go to Sakai or to Moodle, there are no license fees. But then brings the third criterion: do you have the technical staff to support an open source system? Or do you have a provider who can provide that service for you? Okay, the third criterion is technical support. Do you have the technical staff to support, say, an open source system like Moodle or Sakai? Okay, let me say first of all that my preference is for an open source solution. That's my preference. However, there is a big cost to your instructors of changing over. In my view, Moodle does just as good a job teaching as Blackboard. Okay, so from the teaching perspective, there's no difference. However, you've got all your materials in Blackboard, and you'll have to move the materials into Moodle or into Sakai, whichever you're choosing. And that's a cost in doing that. And it can upset the instructors, it can upset the faculty very much. So you have to bear in mind that although technically, or on cost grounds, Moodle might be better than Blackboard, there is a cost in moving over.